Hello, Chris here with Is It Worth Seeing Theatrically, talking episode 59, The Toxic Avenger. This is a remake with Peter Dinklage. It was actually originally set to be released in 2023, and they had some issue with it. Found its way onto Studio Hell, I don't know. Anyway, they've just recently released it, and the big thing is it's unrated. Now, you would think with it being unrated, that would mean that this is way more violent than any R-rated film is, and there's way more gore and nudity and sex and everything that would make this so horrendous that you shouldn't see it in the theater. And for the most part, you shouldn't see it at all. Or they just didn't want to submit it to the MPAA for rating. I mean, that's realistically what it means. But is this worth seeing theatrically? Yeah. I would actually say this is worth seeing in the theater. With a slight caveat to it. This is one of those movies that they did, they wanted to go with loud and as bombacious as they possibly could, so at times it's hard to understand what people are saying because of how loud everything is, which kind of works in its favor, because then you don't have to listen to people talk during the movie, because you can't hear anything. Because of how loud it is. It was a fun movie. Peter Dinklage as always puts in a great performance. As an actor, he is certainly one of those that you want to support. You love seeing his work and everything that he does. But at the same time, he's also kind of a guy that has recently come out and, you know, because of his success, instead of helping the people that are kind of in the same situation as him, he's pulled the ladder up from those people, and he kind of has screwed over a lot of other actors in his field. Whatever the correct nomenclature is nowadays. Anyway, because of that, there's some personal aspects to Peter Dinklage that I just don't care for as a individual, because instead of supporting his fellow actors, he kind of just, he's pulled his own ladder up. But as an actor, watching him on the screen, narrating things, just acting, he's amazing. And it's such a, you have to be able to separate the artist from the art, because this guy is certainly an artist that makes some pretty amazing art, but as an individual, you kind of have to separate him away from that. So it's a little rant, but yeah, ultimately I'd say see this one in the theater. If you've seen the original Toxic Avenger, they do change up a lot of things. It's no longer a skinny, scrawny guy that's a janitor at a health club who falls into a vat. Now he's just a janitor who works for a big pharmaceutical company, and he's thrown into a vat. But there's so many great things in this one. A lot of what really makes this work is the background people. I think part of it is the fact that they decided to, I don't know if they just let people talk in the background, or if they actually had that as part of the script, but there's just a lot of random background conversations that occur that are pretty funny if you can pick them up and listen to them. there were some that I missed that other people in the group that went with me caught on to, and it's just, it works great. Ultimately, the unrated, I don't know, this is kind of on the lighter side of an R-rated horror black comedy movie. There wasn't anything that was too gratuitous. The violence wasn't anywhere over the top as some of the other ones. It does kind of fall into the Tromaville stuff. This is, of course, produced by Tromaville. Lloyd Kaufman does appear in the movie at the end. So it's kind of got those moments, but there's nothing in it that I was kind of like, man, this is worse than Terrifier 1, 2, or 3. So if you go into it expecting it to be pretty violent, it does have its moments of violence, but it's nothing where I'm kind of like, oh yeah, this is the most violent movie I've ever seen. It's not. So if you've seen it, leave a like, comment down below, let me know what you thought about it. Have you seen the original Toxic Avenger? Did you think this one, it was a decent remake of the original Toxic Avenger, or is it's kind of a bad idea? They should have never remade this one. And subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.